Come 300 up like a Spartan. Balenciaga in tartan. The waiter begging my pardon. I'm in Paris, Le Manger. Remember.
Alright, what's good, YouTube? On the wall, I have a quote that I made up last night. Let me actually open it. I literally closed my curtains because I finished Obsession. Oh, not even a horrible movie. I just, like, to the core, that's... Ugh. When capability meets delusion, it grants individuals the capacity to achieve their dreams. So, I'll say that again closer to the camera. When capability meets delusion, it grants individuals the capacity to achieve their dreams. I think that's such a great quote. It's made by me, so that's my quote. If you ever want to quote it, you have to say my name. I have a patent on it. No, I'm joking, but probably the top quote I've ever came up with, just because it's so true. You have to be so crazy, and you have to believe in yourself that you have the capability to do it. The biggest difference between someone who has the capability and someone who doesn't is the person who actually thinks they do. Nobody has the capability to do anything without the thought process behind it. This is Psycho-Cybernetics 101. Literally, the person who believes they can do it is probably right, and the person who believes they can't is probably right. Why? Because if you have this backing up your whole idea around what you do on a daily basis, you can achieve whatever you want, however you want. And it's true because, man, bro, Elon Musk was the first. I'm sure there was another trillionaire that we don't even know about, but publicly known trillionaire who's not a trillionaire anymore, but still, like, you know how insane that is? A trillionaire amongst us, born within the same time period as me, you, whoever's watching me. Like, that's insane. Trillion, not billion, trillion. So now it's like, so think about it like this, right? The known billionaires and trillionaires. There's much more billionaires in the world that aren't known, much more trillionaires that aren't known. Why would they want to be known? Why would anyone want that target on their back? But so hundreds of millionaires, thousands of millionaires. No, sorry, I'm sure there's millions of millionaires in the world, thousands of billionaires, tens of trillionaires, and then number 4 might be 1 or 2 that we don't know, but that we're ever going to find that out. So you can achieve anything you've ever wanted to, because I know if I can push myself to the limit constantly, whether it's in the gym, whether it's books, whether it's trading, you can do anything, I promise you, because I think the most purest form of self-belief is having so much fucking delusion in your head. People call you crazy, but the thing that separates you the most is that craziness. You don't want to be the same as everybody around you. If I was the same as everybody around me, I would probably end up making $60,000 a year and maybe have $1 million by the time I die. Maybe, or assuming I don't invest in the S&P for whatever, $100 a month or whatever people do. The point I'm trying to get at is, dude, you can change your life if you really, really want to. Truly, it's the easiest thing in the world. Literally, just make the decision to, and make decisions accordingly after, and your life has changed already. And then you can just keep changing it towards your far outlandish goals, and I'll be damned if you don't achieve it. I promise you, it's the easiest thing in the world. Why is it the easiest thing? Because nobody wants to do it, so there's no barrier to entry to change your life. Everyone wants to say they want to change their life, but nobody takes action. The second you take the first action is saying you're going to do it, and then taking the first step, whether that's reading a book, whether that's waking up earlier, whether that's doing XYZ, you're already starting. And then you can continue from there, and from there, the world expands. It expands, truly. You expand your horizons, you're expanding your mind, and you can do it. Like, you really, I'm being so serious. Like, I look crazy. Genuinely, look at my room. Look at my room. This is not even the worst part. I feel so sick after watching Obsession. Like, I don't feel good. I feel sick to my stomach after watching that movie. Just look at my window, bro. I can guarantee you, I look crazy. Amongst normal people, I look insane. Look at, bro, my whole wall used to be covered in sticky notes. I took them all down. Like, there's literally sticky notes behind my computer. What else? Oh, right. I forgot. Literally, there's crushing work. Bro, look. Like, this is how most of this I've read. Like, and you're adding this on top. I read this. I'm just highlighting the things that are important right now. Like, bro, literally, I literally kid you not. I've had sticky notes. I have my goals in paper. I have the pivot here next to my bed. I have all these sticky notes of, let's just grab a random one and see what the quote of the day is. Failure is acceptable, not trying isn't, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this shit is real. I'm not messing with you. I look crazy, but I also truly believe, I think it's crazy to think that you can't achieve your dreams if you just put in the effort. Like, let's look, bro. Bro, I'm gonna have these, especially this one, bro. These are hard. Maybe not this one, I like this one. But this is hard. These are hard. These are so, like, these are just materialistic. This is, I'm gonna have 100% without a doubt. Look, it's not, like, it's just so much random shit across. And then if we just, like, rotate on over here, man. Look. If you don't believe you can do it, then what's the point? Truly, like, you have your whole life ahead of you, and you think you can't just do a measly ass, oh, I'm gonna try to change my life for the better, and you have such a limited time on this planet. Why not try? Why not fucking try? I know damn well I haven't achieved shit. I'm always honest about it. I haven't done anything. I haven't made $20,000. I've made it, but I don't have $20,000 cash right now to give you. I don't have shit. But I also know that every single person on a day-to-day basis who pays their bill does this, that has a job, like, they don't have shit. I was literally reading a book that most people don't even have like $2 million by the time they die. $2 million fucking dollars. Mind you, this people make that in a month. Some traders make that like make 25 million in a day because they have so much access to capital. Sure, it takes money to make money, but it takes money to make money. Guess what? You still have to use your money some way, somehow. It's better to go broke chasing your dreams than letting them stay, like, in the word potential. He had potential, but he never followed through. I'd rather be known as a guy who failed, and never achieved anything, but he still tried, than the person who never tried, but had so much potential. Because the person who tried constantly is much more respectable than the person who didn't try at all. And I'll put it this way, I always post a shit on the internet, right? And the way I see it is I'm looking at myself in the camera watching that video. Like, I'm watching future me is looking at past me right now and looking like, dude, fuck, that's awesome. Like, I'm glad I thought that way. Aside on that highway, I want people to know this. Every single one of those people that are driving on that fucking highway are living their own individual lives, doing their own individual things. You don't understand. There's so many of us doing the same thing. All these people are doing the same thing as you. And why are they here? Because they've done the same thing. They haven't achieved nothing. I'm sure some of them have, but they're also still driving here. Do you really want to stay here for the rest of your life? Do you not want to expand? Do you not want to travel? Do you not want to move the fuck out of here? Like, fuck. With enough money, you can do anything. You can go to the Maldives and literally fucking wipe a bunch of land out. Not like horrible, like, and then remake it to yourself if you have enough money and live the best life there. You can do anything. Why would you want to settle for this? I'm not settling for this. This is only the beginning. This is like a tidal wave. I'm just pulling back. I'm setting myself further back so I can just ram that shit with a fucking, like, tsunami. You know how, imagine the ocean is you, right? You're at the stable, or imagine the shoreline is you, right? You go up and down, but you're on the shoreline. Actually, where's my... Okay, so let's say we're at the beach, right? This is the beach floor, right? And the water comes here. The water washes in and out, right? This is your daily basis, in and out, in and out. So your money, a lot of money, little money. So you're in and out, or a lot of money. Paycheck to nothing, to $0 in your bank account. And you're always just like this, up and down, up and down. Sometimes you may have to set yourself back, recess from the shore. You know what happens when water recesses from the shore? A tsunami might come. And maybe to set yourself further back, maybe to take that chance, and then you'll just come back hitting the fucking world. Boom. Just start that shit. Crush that shit. Achieve your dreams, man. It's the only thing we can do. You only have one life, for all we know. Why not make the most out of it? That's what I'm doing on a daily basis. And I genuinely feel happy doing this. I may not be happy every single day. Some days I'm like, bro, I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this. But I know that the fact that I'm pushing myself constantly is better than me sitting on my ass being like, you know what, I want to go to school, get a job, have a wife and kids, then have a bunch of money in my RRSP or my 401k, it depends if you're in the States or in Canada, and retire one day. Maybe I'll be able to get a Corvette. Maybe I'll own a house, bro. There's billionaires with cars that you couldn't even buy in your whole lifetime before. Okay, let's look at what we've built. Truly, just go, like, mind you, remember, the world never looked like this. This all used to be a forest at some point, right? Just forest covered in green, no concrete, no lights, no nothing. The plumbing, the electrical, all that shit. How do you think that came about? Somebody had a vision and they made that shit come to life. Why can't you do that? Why can't you just try? Try to do anything in your life. Just try something. Like, bro, people think working out is enough. I've seen people be like satisfied with their body. I will never be satisfied. I'm proud. I'm fulfilled. But I'm not satisfied. Why? Because I want more. And maybe that's greedy. And maybe I'm a little insane. But why would I want to settle for less, right? I have one life. Why not go all out in it? And like I said, I was talking to that old lady, Susan. Like, I never caught the vibe, but she was just like a pusher. Like, she wanted to push herself to achieve everything. You know, she wanted to be happy. And that's great. Happiness is cool. But yeah, I had a happy life, but I never did anything. I'd rather be, you know what? I wasn't happy all the time. I was happy here and there, you know, enjoyed it. But I was the best bodybuilder in the world. I achieved that shit. I am so proud of myself because being happy and being proud are not the same thing. Someone's smoking weed all day and drinking can be happy. But do you think they'd be proud of themselves? Probably not. But the bodybuilder who starves himself, gets dehydrated, won that Olympia title, do you think he's proud of himself? Do you think he's happy after winning? Probably. He's probably even more proud of himself. So I related to bodybuilding because I just enjoy bodybuilding. I like lifting weights. I may not have the best genetics, but I've worked my ass off for it. The people who know me or knew me, they knew. And bro, I would be literally getting made fun of how much I worked out. Who gives a shit? Why? It's funny too because some of them asked me for fucking advice, even though I was getting made fun of because of it. I wonder why. The first step is just doing the thing, even if you get backlash for it, because at the end of the day, if you do well in it, you likely will do well if people are making fun of you for it, how much effort you put into it. But if you do well in it, people are just going to be like, yo, can you help me with it? You know, this is pretty cool. Sure, you can pay me. Get fucked. I'm not helping you for free. I got made fun of. That shit comes at a cost. So, like, dude, life is so fucking simple. Get through your day, make the most out of it. When I say make the most, I don't mean be the happiest in the world, but take every single opportunity and try something new. And then if you don't like it, you move on and you never turn back towards it. It's really easy. I get in these moods of like, oh, I wish I didn't do this. I wish I did this with this person or that person or whatever. I wish I asked this girl out, but who cares? Life is too short to think, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I'm happy to know that I put an effort into what I want to do. And I know I'm going to achieve my dreams just because, referencing Susan again, shout out to Susan. She goes, I have no doubt you're going to make something of yourself. Bro, she literally took my name down. I'm like, she goes, what's your name? I want to search you up to see if you do become a billionaire in a few years. I gave her my name. She goes, I'll search you up in a few years. I'm like, thanks, Susan. But yeah, I'm like, bro, she goes like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to achieve? And I just looked at her. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Why? Even that's not the end goal. If I become a billionaire, there's a next goal. 10 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion. From there, it's to scale. The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster, and you can get everything you've ever wanted. I'm probably going to keep those in a separate video, but yeah. I wanted to keep this in the first video, but low-key, this is 20 minutes long. Don't waste your life, because it's the only one you have. But I'll leave it at that, though, for today, guys. Love and appreciate you guys.